Well, this is going to be the first attempt streaming live from the office on the Alt account, on the Escape from British 2 account. So this is exciting. I don't know if it's auto-started. It has auto-started. Okay. I'm going to post this in the live stream and see what happens. So I've got some Blu-rays that I bought today, and I raided the bedroom for the remaining Blu-rays that haven't been logged. Gonna go ahead and pick your car and driver. Hey, my name's Gina. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the desk, and then put them back into the plastic box, logging each one, and hopefully that's it for the Blu-rays, and we don't need to log any more for the time being. I think what I have here is the remainder of my Blu-rays. Fairly confident. There may be a few more kicking around, but every one I can think of, I'm like, have I logged that? Have I logged that? I'm fairly sure I have already logged those. Like, have I logged Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2? Yes, I have. I'm fairly confident I have. There are a couple that I can think of that aren't here. I've got Stepsister on Blu-ray. That hasn't shown up. Definitely downstairs there is Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie 1 and 2. Yet to be logged. But apart from that, everything appears to be present that I'm aware of. So here I have, let's start, Brave. This is Brave. Yeah, Brave is definitely a duplicate. However, this is the Blu-ray 3D version of Brave, so I don't feel that bad, this being a duplicate. It's still bad that it's a duplicate, but at least it is somewhat different. It contains, I think it must be 3 discs. Yeah, 3 discs. Disc 1, movie in 3D. Disc 2, movie in 2D. Disc 3, special features. So, sealed, 3 discs. 3D, 2D, and special features. I don't actually have to put the number of discs in this anymore, because I now have a number of discs column. Hey, Draven! Aha! I see that because I am on the alternate channel, people who are moderators have not been given moderator... can manage blocked words? No. Maybe you'll get super duper moderator status at some point, but I'm worried that... You know what? Actually, thinking about it, I will give you super duper moderator status. I don't think I have my home address in here, but if I do, I trust you to know it. Right, so that's Brave, Disney Brave 3D. Next one. This one is sealed, but you can hear. The disc has come loose inside the packaging, so I am actually going to unseal. This is Die Hard 2-disc edition. This is the movie with the Christmas songs. I think that YouTube chat is not showing on the stream. Local file. Local file off. Okay. Hide. Show. Hey, there it is. It's not super easy to see, though. Hey, Matzo! It's Matzo Raven. So I'm going to unseal this copy of Die Hard that was sealed because the disc has gotten loose inside the box. So I just want to put that back on the spindle. 2 discs. Interesting. So, decoding Die Hard. Oh, that's where all the special features are. Alright, cool. So it's a 2-disc edition of Die Hard, and the second disc is like making of and documentary and all that. To be fair, Draven, I wouldn't be opposed to receiving tap. I would just need to find room for it. 2 disc edition. 18. Die hard. Die hard. Die easy. Just die. Very good. Had to unseal because disc came loose. 2 discs. I have seen Die Hard before many years ago. And it goes. Next Blu-ray, we have Rin, Daughters of Mnemosyne. I picked this up in a charity shop in Deal. I spotted something on the back that immediately made me grab this. And it was Blu-ray Region A. This is a US release of Rin. Now, this wasn't released on Blu-ray over here. It was released on DVD. It wasn't released on Blu-ray. And I'm under the impression that this series did receive some cuts or slight edits in the UK release. So having a US release is super exciting for Rin. And I have already ripped this, I believe. Rin, Daughters of Mnemosyne. It's probably close enough. Being American, this will have a different kind of rating than UK. What are we looking at? TVMA. TVMA. USA release. Slim case. It's not quite a slim case. It's like between slim cases. 2 discs. And yes, it's been ripped. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, sometimes imports do show up in a charity shop, and, 9 times out of 10, I just got to grab them. Here we have something called The Last House on the Left. I bought this for 50p. This appears to be a horror movie. 18 rating. Let's have a look who's in it. No. Don't recognize any of those names. That's a good sign. From the creators of Friday the 13th and The Hills... ... Have Eyes. Well, to be fair, what other name would we see? The Hills Have Size? I don't have that on Blu-ray, not yet. This appears to be some sort of stock generic horror movie, but I will take that, as evidenced by the fact that I bought it for 50p. The Hills Have Thighs isn't appropriate for YouTube. Yes, The Hills Have Size, which is oh fuck, I can't remember the Japanese name for it, but the localized name was The Hills Have Size. It was an adult animated feature, shall we say? 18. Ooh, now I know why I picked it up. Contains strong bloody violence and strong sexual violence. Mika Mika Nas, sexual violence. Mika Mika Nas, 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 Mika Mika Nas. Includes extended cut. Too extreme for cinemas. And that's 1 disc. Right. Next one. Keep them coming. Sorex. I've already ripped this. It came out in Japan last year. Corone did a review on it, which was quite fun. A spoiler-free review, and it just made me think, shit, I need to watch this already. But I've got Spiral to watch first. Hills Have Ties. Well, I guess I'm a hill. 9 times out of 10, it's just the swearing that's been cut, or there's one nipple visible for like a brief second. So yeah. Oh, gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. That poon, poon, poon. Strong bloody violence and gore. 18 rated. Nothing special about this release. It's a 1 disc standard release of Saw X. I think I paid $6 for it in HMV. Dread! This is the one with the drug that slows down time. Not Robocop. Thankfully, even though this is a 3D release, it does come with the non-3D version of the film. I believe they're both on the same disc. Yeah. The movie is also playable in 2D on a standard 2D Blu-ray player. So long as the disc is a standard Blu-ray disc, because with HD Blu-ray, well, there's an easy way to check, isn't it? With HD Blu-ray, the format is different. My Blu-ray drive won't read it. But this, I'm just going to briefly check to see if it'll work. Going to load up Make MKV. It's the program I use for ripping Blu-ray discs. And yeah, Pioneer, Dread, and the protection version. You can't see that. Drag it a little bit. Dread and protection version. So yeah, that's a standard Blu-ray disc, and my drive will read it just fine, which is good. When I do want to rip it, when I do want to watch it, I'll be able to watch it on my PC, or I'll be able to watch it on a game console that plays Blu-rays. I've got options. If I want to play it on my PS3, I might have to install some modified firmware with updated AAC certificates. Otherwise, I won't be able to watch it. Playable in 2D. On disc. Oh, I need to actually say that Sorex was ripped. Yeah, Sorex has been ripped already. Right. What does Matzo say? I just remembered I have a dual DVD Blu-ray copy of Up. Ooh, nice. PS5 makes a really nice media center. Yeah, you have to find something to do on it, because there aren't any games to play. Here we have Zombieland, or Zombie L. Zombie. This is a good movie. I've seen it before. Back when it came out. I guess spoilers for this movie. Oh, Venkman. What's his name? Shit. American actor, comedian, funny man. He's in it reprising playing himself. It's a good movie. But I guess spoilers for that super secret cameo. But yeah, it's a good movie. Checks out. I mean, I wouldn't call it an award winner as far as like zombie movies go. It is a comedy first and foremost. Zombie movie second. The sense of humor is very much directed towards a teen audience. I was a teen when I watched it, because this was like 2009? Yeah, 2009. So I was 19 or 20 when that movie came out, so it's fair. Yeah, it's a good movie. Checks out. Good one. Next up. It's a movie about Hollywood. It's Predators. This is A and B regions. This is actually playable in America. There is a Robert Rodriguez comic on it. Motion comic. And some whatevers. And there's a DVD copy as well that includes a digital copy. Predators. Never seen it. But it's Robert Rodriguez. How bad can it be? It's Robert Rodriguez. There's another Robert Rodriguez film in this pile, by the way. And it's a banger. And it's one I'm surprised I've only just got round to finding the Blu-ray in my box. Plus DVD. No. It's not a sum. It's like, Google Sheets, it's a sum, plus what? Which one? A liter? A liter of cum? This is, yeah. I've moved it up the pile. So I mentioned it. A liter. I mean, wouldn't you? How much did I pay for this on Blu-ray? 12! Yeah, but that was shortly after it came out. Got it out CEX for 12. Last, the Naruto movie, which we logged before, that was a 6. Oh, this was when I picked up the Urotsukidoji's on DVD. Over here in the UK, Urotsukidoji 3 and 4 were heavily edited because the BBFC are fucking prudes. So it basically released in a horrible state. It's kind of funny watching the UK release of Urotsukidoji 3 and 4, and then the American or the unrated Japanese release, like back to back. It's mind blowing. You're like, oh, that was cut, that's missing. The Of Darkness series is like that as well. So yeah, this is just a standard. It made it awkward. All the liters I lost while I was in the cinema. Yeah. I lost some liters when I saw it in the cinema. That bit where she gets attacked with the sword and like you see her hand come apart and all the bits. Here we have knowing. I said that like an Ashen's Wish random items video. Knowing. Yes, we've got knowing. Nicolas Cage. I think this is the movie where he plays an airline pilot. This is the Secret Christ movie, isn't it? This is a Secret Christ movie, I think. Knowing. Next we have Storm Warriors. Why does this sound familiar? Oh no. Storm Warriors. It hasn't come up. The Storm Warriors? I like how I'm like the store, and it's like the story of little Monica? It's like, not on this stream. Ooh. Found a VHS of Small Soldiers on Amazon. Ooh. I wouldn't pay $5 for a VHS tape unless you are serious about collecting VHS tapes. I have... The most I paid for a single VHS tape is 10. I try not to spend more than 5. In an ideal world, I don't spend more than 2 for a VHS tape. The VHS tape I spent a $5 on was Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. The VHS tapes I've paid a $10 for are Dead Time Stories, and The Girl Slaves of Morgan Le Fay. I think, there was also a movie with Angela Lansbury where she plays Red Riding Hood and there's a werewolf, and I can't remember what the hell that movie is called, but that one I spent almost a $10 on. But otherwise, I will barely pay that for a VHS tape. That was back when, I was making money. I had money to spend, so I could justify it. I'm not looking to get rid of any of my VHS tapes. I like having VHS tapes. I like being around VHS tapes. This is going to sound crazy, but most of the VHS tapes are in my bedroom, right? It's going to sound nuts, but trust me, it's not as crazy as it sounds, okay? I'm not mad. Trust me. I like sleeping near VHS tapes. It makes me feel calm. I feel calmer. I feel calmer sleeping around VHS tapes. What can I say? It's just something about me. It's like maybe it's that like childhood warmth. It's that everything's gonna be all right. I'm laying in bed and I look up and there's 2 copies of Digimon the movie on VHS and I think, you know what? I can go to sleep knowing that in the morning those 2 tapes of Digimon the movie will still be there, and hopefully so will I. Right, 1 copy of the Storm Warriors, and that was the only thing I bought in the charity shop. How much did I pay for it? Oh, I bought 2 things. Videos, £3, DVDs, £2. So presumably this was a £3 Blu-ray. I don't even want to think about it. Must be the smell of the decaying magnetic tape. Not on my watch. Oh, wait, no, this is the Secret Christ movie. We'll get to that in a second. Right, Storm Warriors. Maybe they're both Secret Christ movies. Here we have Left Behind, starring Nicolas Cage. Oh, these were £1.50 each. Right, okay, so that was the £3. So yeah, Left Behind is the Secret Christ movie. This is the one where he plays an airline pilot. Ray Steele must fight to protect the passengers that remain on his flight. Yeah. I think somebody reviewed this. Failers, Nostalgia Critic, somebody. And my thoughts were, oh, Nicolas Cage is doing, like, weird Christian propaganda movies now. I've actually made a threat on social media. There's a... I have to be careful when I say I've made a threat on social media. You know, there's somebody at GCHQ going, oh yeah, finally a reason to stop him. No. There is a creator who like makes dolls and plushies, and they've made some plushies of Luce, the Vatican anime mascot. And I've threatened that if I win their giveaway competition, I will convert to Catholicism for the bit. That's Left Behind. Here we have Paranormal Activity 3. This is a triple play. This is a Blu-ray theatrical edition, extended version, and DVD extended edition. Call it a triple play, it's 2 discs. A fryer. I like a good, like, English breakfast, bacon and egg. Fry some tomatoes and some mushrooms. Yeah, I could become a fryer. Some sausages, a little bit of black pudding. Well, this is not the best condition Blu-ray that I own. This Paranormal Activity 3. Paranormal Activity 2. No. Paranormal Activity 3. Extended Director's Cut. This is YouTube. I'm not allowed to say the C word. This isn't Twitch. 15 rated. 2 discs. Acceptable. Damage to case and sleep. I should become Friar Tuck. More like I'm always tired as... Just going to get the stickers off the front of this one, because I don't want you to see how much I paid for it, because it's kind of embarrassing. There's another sticker on it underneath the CEX sticker that is a higher sum of money, so at the very least I made a saving. Okay. This is Bodacious Space Pirates. It's time for some swashbuckling fun in space. This is a PG-rated space comedy anime with pirates. I've not seen it. I'm not sure I would unless I had a reason like Real Asia, Super Smash shows. The problem with a show like that is even more now, YouTube's Content ID system is so like skewed in favor of copyright holders that you basically can't use any footage. Whether it's flipped horizontally, slowed down, reversed, you can't use any. And once your video has been found as containing it, if you use an editor, YouTube editor, to try and remove it, it will go out of its way to flag you for 5 seconds of footage use. And it's quite frankly unbearable. I think a show like Super Smash Bros., if it were to exist in today's YouTube, it would have to be commentary over still images. Yeah, blocking them behind like a service like Patreon, but I think just commenting over still images is probably the best way. Commenting over still images and having gameplay of something vaguely related to the subject. So if I was covering Bodacious Space Pirates, maybe I would have gameplay of Starfield or something like that in the background while I'm talking about it. Or Azure Lane, you know, something like that. One, two, three, four. 4 Blu-ray discs. Mirai! This looks awfully familiar as well. Oh, from the creator of Summer Wars and Wolf Children. That's where the art style looks familiar. Mirai. PG. Sealed. Nothing to say about that one. Pink elephants on parade. It's Dumbo. Disney Classic number 4. On Blu-ray, digitally restored. You swear you've seen Mirai? Was it good? Do you remember? Dumbo I've seen, like, the once. Because as a kid I hated it. I couldn't handle pink elephants. It was too scary. Which was the whole point. It was meant to put children off becoming alcoholics, right? Dumbo. I don't have to specify a year because it's the first one, but I'm going to go ahead and specify a year. What is it? 19... Problem is, it just shows me the up-to-date copyright year. Dumbo release year. 1941. Universal. Very good. Just one of many I picked up. There was a charity shop in Dover, I think it was Pilgrim's Hospice, that had a whole bunch of Blu-rays that were like Disney Blu-rays. They were knocking them out at £1.50. It's where I got my Shrek 1 through 4, my X-Men trilogy, a whole bunch of these Disneys as well, like Dumbo. It's a couple more of these Disneys in the list, and they all sort of came in that batch. So they were all like a £1.50 each, which I was happy to pay, because they were all there at once. I thought, what other time am I going to walk into a charity shop and all these movies I want are going to be in one spot? So I picked it up. Might have even paid for it as well. This is The Unborn. I'm just going to cover the bottom there because she is in underwear and I don't know what YouTube's going to be like for this sort of thing. I did not pay £9 for this, nor did I pay the £10 that's listed on the back. I think I paid 50p or £1 for this. I was in a phase. I saw horror movies, and I'm like, I see a horror movie. I see a lady in underwear on the cover. I gotta have it. Yeah, you know, horror. I see horror. Like, gotta have horror. It is what it is. There was one point where I was going to go into just reviewing horror movies. Problem with me is I can't stick to one thing. And when I have something good going on, like Sushi Bites, I gotta try something new. It's the problem. Me, I gotta try a million things, and then I end up with a channel that, you know, nobody can understand. And then I'm in a situation where publishers won't give me keys because, understandably, they don't understand what the channel's all about, and it's because I don't understand what the channel's all about. So it's easy. It is what it is, right? I already checked. One disc. Right. We have... Okay, quick question. Think in your head. Disney's first animated full-length feature. Correct. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You have to be careful how you say it, because you don't want to end up saying something else. The name of an incredibly offensive cartoon from back in the day. DVDs, £1.50, so this was... Yeah. But it's Children's Trust, though. Children's Trust Canterbury, where was that? Year. 2024. Children's Trust in Canterbury. Oh, that might be the one by the West Station. Wait, when? May, yeah. So I was on the SIA course. So yeah, that's the one by the West Station. Don't normally pop in there, so that's why I was a little bit confused. So, Seven Dwarves, I've actually got to write the year on this because they're releasing a stupid live-action remake that nobody wants. Because Disney insists on this shit being timeless, they won't tell you the year of the original movie. Snow White movie year. 1937. One disc, I believe, yeah. Right, next one. We got another Disney here. Just going to get rid of the sticker, but this was £1.50 as well. Which, again, basically the price point that where I'm like, I will pay that. I will pay that mostly without issue for a Blu-ray. When a charity shop wants £2 for a Blu-ray, my official line is it rare? Is it something that's out of print? Is it something that's not going to show up commonly? If I walk into a charity shop and they want, I don't know, £2 for a film that is everywhere. Let's say Skyfall, for example. Skyfall. They want to charge £2 for a copy of Skyfall. No thanks. That seems excessive. £1.50. What's the condition? What's the condition of that Skyfall? I walk into a charity shop and they pre-price their DVDs and Blu-rays. They're not just like a flat price. I wince, because I know if there's something worth having there, the price is going to be ridiculous. And 9 times out of 10, when charity shops around here pre-price their shit, They pre-price things too high. I was in a charity shop today. They wanted £15 for a jacket. I'm like, okay, you go to a fancy shop, you might pay 15, you might pay 30 for a jacket. Charity shops are supposed to be providing a service to the community. Disney's Coco, by the way. Sleeve. They should be providing a service to the community. If people who are hard off can't get the clothes they need to keep themselves warm in the winter, charity shop is, you know, fuck your profits. Screw your bottom line. If people are going to freeze to death because you won't sell them a coat at a reasonable price, you're worse than Hitler. Even Hitler put coats on his soldiers. The Warriors. Ultimate Director's Cut. I picked this up because people won't shut up about it. I still haven't seen it. Maybe one day. As soon as I do, I will get all the references. I will get every single reference from the movie. Everything that people have referenced in Grand Theft Auto. Everywhere else. I paid $3.50 for this, and I bought it online from CEX. So, I think £2 of that, at that point in time, would have been the shipping. Right. Again, I have to look up the year for this, because Disney insists on making their Blu-rays timeless. Which is really annoying. I accidentally googled snow shite and it corrected it. I'm glad. Aladdin movie year. 93. Disney's Aladdin. As opposed to Aladdin. So if we go Aladdin here, I think somewhere in this list we have, I've organized it by alphabetical. So we've got Aladdin 2019. And we've now got Aladdin 1993. The Disney Vault, yeah. I wish they would just drop more things on Disney Plus, you know. I would be interested in a Disney Plus membership if they said, oh yeah, Stitch. We put the Stitch anime on there, all of it in Japanese with English subtitles. They'd get a sub out of me for at least as long as it would take for me to watch Stitch. So that's at least a month. They get a month out of me. Just getting the remainder of the glue off from underneath the sticker. Thankfully, this one came off really easily. Doesn't always. Yeah, nicely done. Sticker in the top right corner, you wouldn't even know it was there. U rating. Yeah, I'd maybe say just about. There's no, like, real noticeable issues with this case. Oh, wait, no, there's a little bit of sticker residue on the back. So a one-disc Blu-ray release. And yes, I've seen Aladdin before. Oh, look. The Fox deal got you resubbing to Disney. Yeah, I mean, if I were super interested in watching all the old Simpsons episodes, but the stuff I like is season 1 to 10. That's basically the stuff Gollips and I have on DVD, more or less, between us. Hey, Sushi, how's it going? Kill Bill Volume 1. So, Kill Bill Volume 2 came up before. Yeah. And I said, when I ripped Kill Bill Volume 2, I'm confident I've got Kill Bill Volume 1. It's somewhere in the house. Yeah, it was somewhere in the house. I'm alright. Just trying to get through all these Blu-rays. Get them logged, because I think this is the last bunch, except for a couple of loose ones that'll be kicking around. If I find any more loose ones, if it's not just a massive... the Real Asia list is dead, because a lot of the DVDs in that list I ended up getting rid of, because I did not have the space for them. The anime, I kept. The Kung Fu DVDs, if they were rare, I kept them. If they weren't, they went to a charity shop. I just couldn't anymore. I just couldn't. There's too much around here, and I struggle to keep track of it all, which is why we log everything now. Zoolander number 2, the Magnum Edition. So I bought this when it was brand new. I just unsealed it now. Not really getting much of the Blu-ray smell, because I've got polish on my fingers from where I've been using the polish to break the glue on all the stickers. Every bit as good as the original classic. I am skeptical. Maybe one day I'll see it. Yeah, it's taking inventory of everything that I have. So this is a Blu-ray list. This is all the Blu-ray, regardless of whether it's English, Japanese, British, American, you know. It's just keeping track of everything. So then I know I've got that. I don't need to buy that again. Or am I ripping that right now? Have I ripped it? Have I watched it? Is it in the rip pile, which is in front of me, or is it on the shelf behind me? Like that sort of thing. And just keeping track of everything, so then, when it comes time to put things in a specific spot, I know where something is. That's the idea. Kamehameha! Kamehameha! Dragon Ball Super Broly. Why does this feel like a duplicate? Dragon Ball Super Broly. Oh, no, we're good. It's not. I was worried there for a second. Sealed. This is a good film. I went to see this in the cinema. I dragged Garlips, and I believe Garlips' wife, to go see it. Back when it came out. 2018. That sounds about right. I think I dragged them to go see it. It's a good film. I was hoping it would get Garlips interested in Dragon Ball. It did not. I feel like that's a lost cause. Next we have Paranormal Activity. We've already had Paranormal Activity 2 and Paranormal Activity 3. So now I have Paranormal Activity 1. That's right. The Paranormal Activities have been collected. And this sticker on the back is... Ooh, right. Okay. That's going to need some convincing. Polish time. Contains strong language and threat. No, not threat. I like it when it says contains peril. You're like, oh no. Is Gollops interested in tokusatsu? He liked Power Rangers as a young one. I think he enjoys like the robot transformations and stuff in Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, but would I describe him as being into tokusatsu? No, out of the two of us, I think I am a lot more into that than Garlips is. I've tried to get Garlips interested in playing the Kamen Rider game on PS4. Memory of Heroes. I've even told him, look, you don't need to know anything about Kamen Rider. It's an easy platinum. It's fun. It's a Souls-like. Why won't you play it? He's like, no, can't. Can't speedrun it, so I'm not going to play it. I'm kidding, of course, but you probably can speedrun it. It's just, it's a game with a lot of menus and a lot of text you'd have to skip, and that'd be really boring. Yeah, the Paranormal Activity films were huge. They made so much bank. I think that's why they show up in charity shops all the time. The Purge Anarchy. I think I've got another Purge movie. Let's see. The Purge. Yeah, I have The Purge. So now I have The Purge Anarchy. Presumably, a sequel to The Purge. I say now I have. I've had this for years. It was £1. Gollips isn't much older than me. I'm not sure if Masked Rider was on GMTV at an age that he would have been watching it. I think, basically... Well, Power Rangers came first, didn't it? And then the attempt at Power Rangers-izing Kamen Rider as Masked Rider came afterwards. That reminds me, I need to rip my other Kamen Riders. Maybe I'll set a disc off to rip overnight. One copy of The Purge Anarchy. Good. One disc. 11 discs. I don't think so. Right. I'm gonna preface this by saying this is a movie that is in bad taste. I'm not gonna say its name. Just gonna hold it up to the camera. You're gonna get the name of it. You're gonna get the front cover. And then I am going to put it back down on the desk and I am going to write it into the document. And we are not going to mention it anymore. Yeah, I've already got a content community guidelines on the other channel. Yeah. In the box of guns. Next we have the best zombie sequel since Shaun of the Dead. It's Wreck 2. The most frightening film of the year. You will not sleep after watching this, says Nuts Magazine. I would trust a magazine that got successful because it had scantily clad women in it tell me what's a scary movie. I don't believe it personally. Oh, Tortured from the producers of Saw. I have that on Blu-ray. That's advertised inside. Johnny Socko. Yeah, I'd love to see Johnny Socko. To be fair, I would love to see everything until it comes time to sit down and watch something, and then I'm like, no, fuck that, can't people do? It's always the case. This is so dumb. I'm really formatting the name Wreck this way. With the square brackets. So dumb. Alright. Yeah, me neither. Me neither, Acid. I wouldn't take any review of a movie from them seriously. Just means that movie's going to show up at the start of the list. We have a duplicate. It's not the only duplicate in this pile, but that's why we have a list, so I won't buy duplicates again, and maybe so I can get rid of one of the duplicates to someone's charitable cause. This is Godzilla. This is the Bryan Cranston Godzilla. So we have already covered this, but it does have a cardboard sleeve. Yeah, Ken Watanabe. Who I thought was quite good in Detective Pikachu. He played the police chief that worked with the main character's dad. He was good in that. I think I specified the year for that Godzilla. It's 2014, yeah. 2014, 12 rating, good. Cardboard sleeve. I wrote sleece on the one before, one above. Wow. That's a dupe. That's why we're making the list. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Monty Python's The Life of Brian, which, you know, I've not seen. But I know it's the movie Biggest Dickus comes from. It was banned in a few cinemas in the 70s. Didn't, Father Ted make reference to that? Down with this sort of thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bonus one. Okay. James Cameron's Avatar. This is a allegedly just 3D version of the film, based on what I can see. This was a promotional copy that I believe was used in television like shops where you'd walk in and see big TVs to advertise the 3D capability of 3D TVs. Also, if I... Perfect. Yep, I've not seen Abatap. I'm not sure I ever will. Do I have it in the list already? I swear I have it on Blu-ray. Did I put it down as James Cameron's Avatar? No. Could have sworn this was a duplicate. There might be a copy of Avatar that will show up. What I'm going to check just briefly is if this version of the film has a 2D version or not. The way I will know is if I go to rip the disc and it shows me like 2 volumes of like 20 gig each. Because that's basically how I'll know. If there's only one If there's only one source to rip that's several gigabytes in size, then it's just the 3D version. If there are multiple, then there's a good chance one of them is the 2D version of the film. BD Plus code. Oh! This one has some, like, proper copyright protections going on. That doesn't usually happen with a Blu-ray. Normally it'll just open up the sources, but I guess they were really, really protective of Avatar here. So it's taking a while to populate the file tree for the disc. Oh, Sigourney Weaver was in it. Oh. Yeah, I should see it. Operation successfully completed. It doesn't look like it to me. "36 chapters and 1 chapter. So it's just the 3D version of the film. And the size is almost 40 gig. If it was a standard non-3D version of the film, the size would be closer to 2022. So that is a 3D only copy of the film. But hey, at least now we know that. Only contains 3D version. Promotional use. So, Avatar 3D. Let's see. Probably too young to remember this, but there were a series of Quartz adverts that featured a parody of Monty Python's Galaxy Song. I don't even know Monty Python's Galaxy Song, I don't think. Never seen it. Funny, went to a theme park land. Neat looking area, at least. Oh, based on Avatar. I watched Terminator 1 today for the first time. I think James Cameron has a thing for mechs. He does. He's a weeb. He likes anime. It was James Cameron who pushed and pushed and pushed for an Alita movie, and then when he lost interest, Robert Rodriguez came over and finished it. If it wasn't for James Cameron, we wouldn't have the live-action Alita. Here I have a extremely slim copy of National Treasure that I picked up today. Extremely slim DVD case. Collector's Edition Blu-ray, it says. Normally, collector's editions tend to be in, like, bigger cases, not smaller cases. Next, got a Marvel here for Matzo. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen this. I've seen the first one. I saw it on a coach trip while I was in Wales on a holiday for a week in, 2016? It was good. It was all right. Interstellar, meet me in outer space. Watch the earth come up. Now, 2 discs. One has the special features on it, and one is the standard film. Not seen Interstellar. Heard so many good things about it. Another one of those movies where I'm just it's getting around to it. It's getting around to all of them. Disc 1 movie, disc 2 special. This was a good acquisition today, because the individual Blu-rays of this movie trilogy, fucking 8 movies, hexology, tend to not show up in charity shops because most people bought them on DVD. So whenever I see a Harold Pothead that I don't have on Blu-ray, I have to pick it up. And this one was 50p. So as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing. I picked up this and this today for 50p each. I'm happy to pay that. So ignore the £8, was £8, now £5 stickers. I paid 50p. The new Superman is going to have Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. It's another case of DC being like, we've got to do what Marvel's doing somehow. What is Marvel doing that we're not? I don't know, sir. Let's just copy what they're doing exactly. I'm having some trouble getting this residue off. Nope, that residue's going to have to live on there for a while. Okay, that's an acceptable. Not a good. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. 12. Acceptable. Stickers have warped the case. Movie. Special features. And the movie on DVD. 3 discs. Two BD and 1 DVD. And last one we're logging today. We have Fantastic Four. Not to be confused with Fantastic Force. Which, I have also on Blu-ray, apparently. The maximum high-def experience for Fantastic Four. Is this the one that had Kira Kira Mai, Kira Kira Mai, Kira Kira Mai? I think that's the older one, isn't it? No, 2005. This might be the Kira Kira Mai, Kira Kira Mai, Kira Kira Mai, Kira Kira Mai. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's the licensed song on the soundtrack. They had Orange Range, Japanese rap group, do a song. $1 million idea, Discogs, but it's Blu-ray. Maybe. It probably already exists, but I say do it. I say do it. Why not? Why do I sound like Herbert? Data has a hetero. Sort A to Z. There we go. Right, everything's sorted A to Z now. I'm happy to report everything is sorted alphabetically. Right. Numbers of discs. Let's go. Blood the Last Vampire. 1. 3 for Blue Exorcist. Tell you now, Blue Exorcist is the only anime that wasn't giving me any trouble on the YouTube Content ID system. So, retroactively, Blue Exorcist is now the winner of that episode of Boruchak Sandwiches. that episode of Super Smash Show / Weekly Directo. So congratulations, Blue Exorcist, you won. One, 2 Blu-rays, 3 discs. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 4 Blu-ray discs. Fantastic Force. So you said you were going to sing that I See You Baby Shaking That Ass song. Come on. Come on. I see you, baby. You know, Norman Cook did that mix, which is why it sounds the way it does. Like, once you know it's a Fatboy Slim, that's it. Fant Force Stick, not Fantastic Force. Fant Force Stick. Gamera, the Heisei era, Ghost in the Shell, 1 and 2, Innocence. Is that 1 disc or 2? 2. It's in the 2 rip pile, so it's right here. Ghost Rider, 1, Ghost Rider. No. Wrong box. Ghostbusters 2016, 1, Gintama 2, Goblin Slayer 2, Godzilla 98, 1, Godzilla 2014, 1. Oh, I Hate Everything reviewed that. Oh, I might watch it then. Watch his review and see what he thought of it. 3 discs. 1. Hellsing. It would be nice to get the rest of Hellsing Ultimate on Blu-ray, but I'm in no rush. School Musical, Inferno. 2 Blu-ray discs, 3 discs, 1, 2, 1. Ginger Romantica Season 2. I never really checked how many discs that was. I'm going to assume 2. Jurassic World 1. How many discs in Kimono Michi? 2 or 3. Usually Blu-rays, 2. Yeah, 2. Kimono Michi. Because that's in the 2 rip pile. Kick-Ass 2. Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2. Kill me, baby! Kill me, baby! Usually 2 discs. For anime. King Kong Escapes, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Kingsman, Knockouts 1, Kung Fu Hustle is 1, Lady and the Tramp are both 1, Lady Snowblood is 3, Looper is 1, Love Bite is 1, Lou Over the Wall is 1. Just make sure nobody's on the other side of the wall. If you loo over the wall, just make sure you don't hit anybody. Bad Man, My Miracle. That was a movie, so that's 1. Mamma Mia. Man of Steel. Mars Attacks is 1. Metropolis is 1. Mob Psycho, presumably 2, unless it's... Oh, no, it says it there, 4. US release. 1. Nadia, Secret of the Blue Water. 9 episode, 5 disc set, it says. Okay. Thank you, notes. 2. Steelbook edition. 2. Edition. Orgies of Edo was 1. One Punch Man is 2 discs. Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, presumably 2. Was that DVD as well? I'll say 2. It's sealed, so it doesn't really matter. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Quantum of Solace 007, 1. Evil Degeneration, Robocop 2014, Royal Space Force. Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 is 3 discs. A disc each movie. Seraph of the End, presumably is on 2 discs. 7 Samurai 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. Shutter Island is 1. Skyfall. Oh, Skyfall is 2. My bad. Smiley, Spectre, Spider-Man 3. Almost done with getting the number of discs in. Spiral from the Book of Saw 1. For some reason, it is a 2-disc case for a 1-disc release. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. A lot of these only contain 1 disc. 1, 1, 1. 4K restoration, 3 Blu-ray discs. Two discs, USA region. 1, 1, 1, 1. Tokyo Ghoul presumably is 2. Telling me the size of the case or the memory, the discounts. I have a good idea how many discs it's going to be, and when I don't, I've got notes here in these columns that has occasionally told me. I had a column for notes, and I would quite often have the number of discs in there, and I decided to put the number of discs in its own column. 2 Blu-ray and 1 digital copy. I think the digital copy is a DVD disc that is also playable in DVD player. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Right. Okay. That's all of them now with their number of discs inserted. So any that contain a note of how many discs, I will clear that. Diamond edition. Cardboard sleeve. Spamming numbers in from the iScroll. Oh, no. The column I'm reading from is literally right next door. Episode 1 to 10 and OVA. 3 number of discs. If it's number of discs specifically, that's irrelevant now. I think if it specifies that it's Blu-ray and DVD, then that's fine. We keep that in. In some form. We take out 2 discs, but we include the notes. 4 movies, DVD is also included. That's fine, because I'm specifying. The words 2 disc can go. 3 discs can go. 2 BD, 1 DVD is fine. 2 Blu-rays is irrelevant, because it's not different types of media. It's fine. Watched all of Alien in 1 week. I can't watch that many movies. Like, I'm not a movie watcher generally. Which I know is crazy looking at a big document full of Blu-rays. That specifically said 2 discs, didn't it? I put 1 in there. Because I wasn't reading. Plus DVD is fine. Alright, take care, Sushi. Thanks for stopping by. To BR and 2D. That's fine. 2 discs can go, though. Any mention of it having like a specific number of discs is irrelevant now unless it specifies different media type. 2 disc. 3 every day. Like I just can't do that. I can't do that. I could barely do 1. But 3 in 1 day I can do it. I've done it before and it's horrible. Gallops and his wife, there was a time they were watching a lot of movies, and they'd come in on and sit with us. We're gonna watch 16 hours of fucking X-Files. It's just, I'm sat there on the Wii U gamepad playing Tank the whole time. 2 discs. Okay. I'm happy with that document then. That's everything so far. There's a ton of stuff still in front of me to rip. It's taking up the entirety of desk space. But hey, that's something. So, right now we have logged 301 Blu-rays. I have 301 Blu-rays here. If I sold each of these for £1 each, like minimum, I'd have 300 quid. That's... I'm not going to. Stuff here I want to keep. And calling it 300 Blu-rays, and it's like, you know... something like Double Dragon counts as a Blu-ray. But also... the complete series of Kamen Rider Kuga counts as a Blu-ray. So... really, it's a lot more than that. Okay, I should start ripping Ryuki. If I bring back reviews of films and television programs and Blu-rays and stuff like that, it will have to be on this channel, just to separate it from the gaming content, and I think I would have to go still images, just to be safe. But then again, I think the movie reviews can be relevant on the gaming channel. It's figuring out the right place. If I have a hard definition that says Escape Route British channel video game content, Escape Route British second everything else, then in which case reviews of films would go here. That might be for the best. That might be for the best. Because if I am on the Escape Route British channel, on the end cards and in the notes, you know, referring to things that I did on the second channel, and people can click through, they'll get to a channel. On the video, I'll say, double check to make sure you're subscribed. Oh, I'm not on this one. Escape Route British. I see. Sub. Done. That's probably the best way. That's probably the best way. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Yeah, so movie reviews, I think, make sense on this channel. And then gaming stuff makes sense on... yeah. Basically, I got job center tomorrow, right? Job center appointment. I'm going to raise with my work coach the idea of becoming self-employed, live streaming and video content production, as a career. And I suspect what she'll say, my work coach, is, we'll carry on looking for work in the meantime, and I'll get you an appointment with somebody who can, talk you through the process of becoming self-employed. If I'm in a situation where I am officially I'm officially self-employed, right? If I get in that situation, right, at that point, I don't have to be looking for work for 6 hours a day. In that 6 hours a day, I can be live streaming, I can be editing videos, I can be learning how the YouTube algorithm works. I'm not spending the whole time that I'm working on stuff, that I'm streaming, I'm not spending the whole time thinking, have I put enough time into my job search? Have I looked hard enough for work? Have I fulfilled my job search commitment? All the time that's in the background behind me, I have to fulfill that to get my payments. And, I want to be making money, so, I have to be looking for work. If I'm in a situation where, okay, I'm now self-employed, whether or not I make money now depends on me getting off my ass and pushing hard for this, then you better believe I'll be happy to spend 6 hours a day editing a video. Because I know I'm not having to work out where else those 6 hours are going to go. And the whole looking for work, it gets you into a downward spiral. It gets you into a negative spiral. And it gets me into bad ways. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm mentally falling apart. For my well-being, turning my hobby into self-employment makes more sense. It's getting to the point now where publisher opportunities are speeding up. What if I told you that, apart from today's Sergio stream, that I still have 5 outstanding content obligations with publishers? 5. Things are really getting to the point now where it is hard to run a YouTube channel and be actively looking for work at the same time. And if I am considered self-employed, then the YouTube channel is not just the business. The merchandise is also the business. Commissions that I do for training lowers are the business. Possible crossovers, promotions are the business. Every source of income becomes me trading as Escape Route British. And that's the thing, right? If I were to, I don't know, become someone that installs CCTV. If I become someone that that fixes computers, something like that, right? I'm going up against everybody else who does that. As a computer fixer, I have to be, on the ball of, this is how much other computer fixers in the area charge. It's what they do. It's who they are. I have to know them. I have to know what they're up to. And I have to be better than them. I have to do better business than them. Here's the thing. If I'm trading as Escape Route British, there isn't another Escape Route British. I am the only Escape Route British. Right? Once people realize that they want Escape Route British, because I've actually got the time to crank out the edited content that people like. When they realize, I like the Escape Route British. And Escape Route British is the only person that can bring me Escape Route British. That is when I'll grow. And that's when I will make bank on this. I can't work on content while I am always looking over my shoulder. Am I doing this right for the job center? Am I putting enough effort into looking for work? Dressing up for an interview, having to go to interviews and be stressed out of my skull and give the best performance I can, only to then, a week later, 2 weeks later, sorry, you weren't successful. I can't keep doing that. I like to think I'm a resilient person, but this past year, like, work opportunities have gone down the more effort I put in. I've got an SIA badge. I've got an accounting certificate. Says I can do business admin. And it seems like every one of these that I get, my possibilities dry up even more. Yet, opportunities with publishers are increasing. My argument to the job centre would be, give me 2 weeks where I can just focus on growing my YouTube channel, learning the YouTube algorithm, getting some proper videos edited that are super high quality. If I can get enterprise allowance, or some kind of grant as a streamer, if there is someone providing that, then I've got money for advertising. Advertising is the hardest part. I love my good friend Ant Keeps Gaming. Ant Keeps Gaming exploded in the past couple of years. It's past 10k subs. Advertising. 100%, that is the thing that... Great streamer, fantastic entertainer, deserves every bit of success he has. Advertising. That all I need to break through is the advertising. The advertising and putting out the content that people actually want to fucking watch. And the best way to do that is to have the time to make that content and the funds for the advertising. That is how it will happen. And that ultimately relies on my work coach basically being approving of that idea. If they say, nope, you should continue looking for work, build the hobby in the meantime with your own money, then it's doable. I'm going to have to pull my thumb out and I'm going to have to work harder. I'm doing everything I can spiritually to work harder. It's difficult, but I can do it. I know I can. Whereas if they say, okay, let's get you started as self-trading, you're a sole trader, then I'm going to have to keep notes on everything I do. I already do anyway, but I'm going to have to keep notes on everything I do, how much I make, because if I'm taking this seriously, I'm going to get past that 1,000 very quickly. That 1,000 that says, right, you got to keep documents on everything. I'll get past that 1,000 quick, and then, got to keep track of everything. Because donations aren't donations. It doesn't matter that the name donation says donation. They're not donations. If you're working sole trader as a live streamer, that is business earnings. Tax will have to be paid on that after a certain point. Doesn't matter if it's referred to as donations. So, I mean, there's a lot of accounting I'll have to do, but You know, the point is, maybe I can get myself a meeting with somebody who can explain that to me. And then they might have an idea how best to grow that and make that happen. So that's... I don't want to be going back to that job center every 2 weeks with, hello coach, papers, here are all the rejections from the past 2 weeks. I went to interviews here, and they said, oh, we like you very much. You're the most organized person we've ever seen. Did I get a job out of it? No. You know, I like a member of staff that knows where they want to be and knows what they want to be doing. And I like seeing that in a member of staff, and I see that in you. Did I get a job there? No. Never. Doesn't happen. So, with all due respect, fuck everyone else, I'll work for me. I'm not going to use that language in front of my work coach, of course, but that's where I'm at now, is I'll work for me. It's called the bare necessities. The bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities. Because, you know, once I'm down as a full-time, you know, sole trader, that's it. Do I want to stream for 12 hours a day? No, but I can. Work on getting content out. Stream what's relevant. Get publisher opportunities. And part of the reason why I end up live streaming a lot of these publisher ops is because I don't really get the time to play games and write the scripts and do the coverage, because I've got to look for work the whole time. Whereas, you know, if I'm just live streaming it, the coverage is making itself. And publishers deserve better than that. They deserve better than a first impressions live stream. They do. So a lot more of these situations get to be actually edited, scripted things, because I like doing like the stuff like the ACO Investigates, where I go into a background on a game, and when I do, like, for example, Joe Wonder, the developers of Joe Wonder find it, they watch it, and, you know, they respond, and they say, you're the only person that looked into this, you're the only person that discussed this, nobody else went into our history as a developer, nobody else mentioned our failed projects, nobody else mentioned that we've been working on games for 10 years, and this is the first one we've released. Nobody else has gone into that background, but you did. And I do because I dig. I dig, and I find the information, I present the stuff that I think is most relevant. And I can't do that if I'm just live streaming. Publisher opportunities. Publishers deserve better, and publishers would get better if, you know, they would get better from me if I was able to do more edited content, less live stream stuff. It is what it is. I know that's where my growth is in reviews of topical, relevant things that I get opportunities to cover from publishers. It's Sushi Bites, because that is something that only I can create. And I really think the tier lists are proven. It's just tier lists. When did I get the most work on tier lists done? When I was on the course. Because I didn't have to worry about having a big bunch of paperwork that I took to the job center every 2 weeks. Because I was on the course. So, progress towards the Monster High tier list got done. Progress towards all the early tier lists were then. BB Bloxburg. Like, all of that was then. That was when all that work got done on tier lists. That's why the Bleach tier list, which was supposed to take a month to 2 months, took 6 months, 7 months. Because I had to fit in all the production of it around the job search. It's just... I'm going round in circles here. I know you understand where I'm coming from. It's just... I have to talk through this because it helps me make sense of my argument, because I am genuinely going to have to convince someone in a job center that I'm confident this will work. That I'm confident that a future in live streaming and content production is possible. And I know for a fact that is going to take a lot of effort. And I'm freaking out about it. Last time I was in the job center was 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. Because I didn't have to go in over Christmas. Over those 5 weeks, I haven't applied for a large number of jobs. I've been looking, but I haven't applied for a large number. Over that 5-week period, I have produced 10 pages of job search logs. Over a 2-week period, I produced 10 pages of job search logs. That gives you an idea how much less happened over Christmas. Because of all the Christmas stuff. People coming around. Christmas events. Family stuff. Going to see Sonic 3. And employers just in general not hiring over the Christmas period. Hiring will pick up in January. It's supposed to. It's supposed to start picking up by now. Employers should be hiring. They're not. Not currently. The jobs that I've applied for today, I've applied for 2 jobs today. Jobs I've applied for today, one is 7 days of work. 7 days of work. The shifts are in the morning, and they are an hour and a half or an hour and 3/4. It's a cleaning job. The other one is a job that is 7-hour shift. Not shifts, shift. It's a Saturday job. 7 hours. All that is available right now, that is in my wheelhouse, that is available for me to get to by public transport, is jobs that would earn me just enough money to be ahead of universal credit. If I operate as a sole trader on business allowance, I'll probably end up having less money than I have on universal credit looking for work. I'm prepared for that. Over the Christmas period, for 8 days, I didn't spend anything. I lived on the rats I found in the garden. No, it's not quite that bad. But if I have to, I really will. That's a Cave Story quote, by the way. I managed to go over a week without buying anything. Thanks to there being food in the house. Thanks to family members cooking stuff, having stuff, bringing stuff in. I can live on bread and water. It's not ideal, but I can. And it wouldn't be long until the Escape Route British machine would start to produce something worthwhile. Something that I can monetize. I just need to be able to officially, exclusively dedicate my time to it. Be my own boss. Decide how many hours I'm going to work. Because once I'm in that position, I'll be putting 12-hour days in. We'll be able to have a guaranteed dedicated stream time or 2 designated separate stream times in a day. Content creation at certain times of day. I can dedicate an hour a day, 2 hours a day to emails, opportunities, going through gaming press news. Every day I get gaming press news. Every day. Emailed to me from gaming press. News that could be adapted into ETT. That information is there. I'm getting the same information that press outlets are getting. I can focus on that. Focus on Sushi Bites. I can focus on the cool stuff that I have access to. The cool stuff I can play. Can finally start focusing on turning the things I own into coverage where I don't really have the time to look at. Puyo 2 on the Game Boy. Puyo Wars. Do you know what this is? Puyo Wars? This is a strategy RPG. Entirely in Japanese. Where you fight against Puyos. It almost has nothing to do with the series it's based on. A deep dive on this would be fantastic. Puyo-san, Game Boy Color. Do you imagine having the time to dedicate to making a Puyo tier list? That's like 40 games. Plus different versions. Just thinking about how much of a joy it would be to wake up in the morning and think, I love being self-employed. Today, I'm going to get that video done. I'm going to film this. I'm going to edit that. And just not be freaking out. Have I put enough time into the job search? Did I present myself properly in that covering letter? Did I properly tailor my CV to that job application? Did I really go through and identify every single skill and copy that in? Should I put white wording in this CV? I'm done with that. I'm not going to let myself repeat this entire conversation tree again, so I'm going to bring the stream to a close. But anybody who is still watching, thank you for still being here. I gotta go get some sleep, because I've got this job center appointment at 12 tomorrow. Deal with that. Get that out of the way. And after that appointment, I'll know what the hell I'm doing with the rest of tomorrow. I might even take the rest of tomorrow off anyway, regardless. I think that's probably for the best. So fucking stressed out. Genuinely so fucking stressed out. Yeah, get some sleep. And then bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, do my best to plead my case and see. As for content right now, a Puyo Da Sushi Bites voiceover has been recorded. I have one green screen gag in mind that I need to record, but otherwise, the voiceover has been recorded. The gameplay can be recorded in the space of like an hour, 2 hours. It's not a great deal of gameplay that needs to be recorded. I have one green screen gag in mind. Apart from that, that's pretty much ready to piece together. The Bakeru script is done. I even have... a green screen gag in mind for that. Ew. 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 Better not sit too close to the TV. Trust me, it's fire. I know how it will look in my head, and it is comedy gold. The Bakeru script is done. The Bakeru voiceover needs to be recorded, and there's a green screen gag. That's 2 Sushi Bites that are ready to work on. And why are they ready to work on? Because I stayed up till 2 a.m. the fucking morning writing them. Because that's the only time I could do it, when I should have been asleep. Because the idea came to me and it's like, imagine having that freedom all the time to think. Like I said, not going to repeat myself. Not intentionally, anyway. Right, yeah. Thank you very much for coming. I'm not getting any younger. I don't want to be in this exact position again a year from now. I don't want to be on my 36th birthday, about to go to the job centre and thinking, I wish I'd put my foot down in that moment and just said, this is what I want to do with my life. This is who I am. This is what I want to work towards. Done with the rest of this bullshit. I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. I am a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! Good night.